Yeah, Esau came out first. Esau came out first, bro. Esau was the flesh. He was the first. He was the old. You know? Yeah, so Esau came out first, right? And then what happened? You know? Jacob was scared of Esau. Right? So before they had linked up, you know, he sent up some prayers. He was scared of Esau. He thought that Esau was gonna kill him. But when he had ran up on Esau, what did he do? He hugged him. He hugged him. So they embraced, you know, and then Esau would go on to give him substance. This means something, man. This wasn't just put inside the scriptures just for no reason, bro. It wasn't just put inside the scriptures just for no reason. You guys gotta overcome the flesh, bro. If you guys don't overcome the flesh, you are never gonna receive the spirit. It's heavy, man. You go to Galatians. You guys say stuff is heavy and it be light. But we're really trying to get you guys to really understand the spirit of God, bro. Because we have the mind of God. We have the mind of Yahweh Shai. We don't boast and brag as if we got it on our own. Like we had to do some super duper research. No, all we did was overcome in the flesh. And when you overcome the world, it's going to give you to eat of that hidden manna. This is Galatians 5. Yeah, this is Galatians 5, right? Galatians chapter 5 verse 17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. These are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would do. These are contrary to one towards another. Let's go to Genesis real quick. Let's go to Genesis. This is Genesis chapter 25. Let's go. I start at 21. I start at 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, and the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padarm, the sister of Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right? It's talking about what? The flesh warring up against the spirit. Right? That fleshly nature that wars constantly against the spirit. Jacob and Esau. The children struggling within the womb. So within you there's going to be a constant struggle. There's going to be a constant battle. The flesh is always trying to get you to provoke you to jealousy. Let's read it. Let's go back to this real quick. The flesh is going to get you to... Well, let's read it. Let's read it, bro. You got to understand that again, the things that was in the Old Testament was concealed, and Yahweh Shai is the light that reveals the revelation. He gives you the revelation. He gives you the understanding, but it was in the spirit. You got to understand that these things had to have played out first in the flesh for you to understand the spirit. Let's go back to Galatians, right? 5 and 18. says, but if you Slacky, let's go back. Let's go. Uh, 14. For the law is fulfilled in one word, even this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And if you bite and devour one another, take heed that you be not consumed one another. This I say, walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary. These go against each other. They're gonna fight. They're gonna war. They're gonna fight in the womb inside of you. It's gonna be a constant battle. It's gonna be a fight. One's gonna overcome the other, depending on if your spirit is not stronger than your flesh. You are going. The next world is not going to be for you. You see, now you understand what the scriptures were saying when it said Jacob was the end of the world, and Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob was the beginning of it that followed. What am I saying? That the so-called blacks, Native American, Hispanics are not the children of Israel? No. That the so-called white men that you see here, Western European, are not Edomites? Yes, they are Edomites. They are. But just because you are of the same, if that Edomite doesn't overcome, he's through. He's finished. The next world would not be for him. So the first world was set up for the goats. It was set up for the fleshly minded. Again, Fulio. That guy's a fool, bro. That guy's a fool, bro. That guy's a straight up Edomite, full-fledged Edomite. All you Negroes that are just toting guns and you angering, you gang. You guys are Edomites. You guys aren't Jacob. You guys aren't of God. You're not the children of God. You're not the seed of God. You guys all walk in the flesh. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery. You all brag and boast about adultery. This guy Rick Ross, he talking about I F'd your B, right? You got all this money and you're bragging and boasting about sleeping with something that's used goods. That's how you know you're wicked and you walk in the flesh. Because why wouldn't you brag about your wife being a virgin, your woman being a virgin, your woman being untouched? Because you walk in the flesh. Adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness. That's what Esau. The scripture tell you in Hebrews to be careful. At least you end up like Esau. Alright, for one morsel of meat, sow your birthright. I'm saying, and it's heavy too, man. It's heavy because you got this guy Kanye West. He said, "I sold my soul." I'm gonna butcher this, but he said that it was a crappy deal. At least it came with with hot cars, like a Happy Meal. Come on, man. How the hell you gonna try to tell me he's not an Edomite in the spirit? How the hell you gonna try to tell me he's not an Edomite in the spirit? Huh? For one morsel of meat, sold this goddamn birthright. You sold your soul to this wicked world to walk in the flesh, and you gotta perform satanic rituals, throw up the goat, pledge your allegiance to that goat. That's why I said the goat on the left hand side. You guys are carnal, bro. How dare you speak up against us? If you guys had a lick up brain, you'll never speak up against us. You'll never speak up against us. You guys don't even understand. And we at least we even understand that you have to be careful about who the hell you speak to. You guys speak crazy about anybody. Scripture say if you call your brother a car, you're in danger of hellfire. But you guys speak crazy because your elders told you that you could. You see that they speak crazy, so you guys speak crazy to certain men. In your ignorance, man. All in your ignorance. But ignorance is not an excuse to disobey the law. You're going to be judged in accordance to what comes out of your mouth. So it says idolatry and witchcraft. Yeah, that's you trying to tell men to keep the law. That's idolatry, my man. That's idolatry, my man. You're bewitching people, my man. And keep doing that. Watch what's going to happen to you guys. Watch what's going to happen to you guys. You guys keep doing that. You keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep telling men to follow the law of Moses to the best of their ability. You keep doing that. Idolatry, hatred. Look, now we know that comes from Satan. Hatred comes from Satan. It just is what it is. That's not of God. It's not of the Lord. Not of the Lord. You don't even understand Romans 9 and 13 and why he said that. But then he turned around and said, look, I'm going to say to the ones that are not my people, I'm going to call them my people. And I'm going to turn around and say the ones that I hated, that I loved them. That's exactly what he said. Why? Because it was of the spirit. So when you get rejected, that's going to be on your own. That's going to be on your own. You hated the light. You rejected the light. It's not. Don't blame nobody else. Variances, immolations, sedition, strife, heresies, envying, and murder. Yeah, the Lord said if you hate your brother in the heart, you're a murderer. Drunkenness. You guys are just fucking drunk. You guys are on at camp, drunk as hell. Yeah, the big Shirleys, the big Shirleys, the big Shirleys. Yeah, another thing. We're gonna dump curses on everybody in downtown Dallas. Come on, let's do. Well, what the fuck you out there for? Teaching? If you're just gonna throw up curses on everybody, the whole point is to teach the word and to we'll throw curses on everybody. What up? Guys, is evil. That Passover that you guys hold is a satanic ritual. The Lord told you not to curse anybody, but you guys, do you listen to him? No, you don't. Paul said, what did he say? If anybody teach a different gospel, let him be accursed, because Paul was given an understanding of what was going to happen to you guys that was, you Judaizers, you guys that was pushing a different gospel, you guys that weren't teaching the gospel. He knows what's going to happen to you. He knows your letter in. He went as far as to say that he wished he was accursed for his brethren, his kinsmen, according to the flesh. So he knows your latter end. He was taken up in the spirit. He had an out-of-body experience. He descended down. He ascended up in the spirit. A lot of people are ascended down and ascended up. There are plenty of testimonies of people who have seen places of torment. Yeah, so you drunkenness, you guys. You gotta learn to control that cup. You gotta learn to control that cup. Are you talking about the big Shirleys? Know you guys, bro. Know the spirit you guys operate in.